Well, hello again and welcome to another Hyperion morning. Not just a Hyperion morning, it's finally a Friday morning. You did it, everybody. We've got to the end of the week. We made it. I told you we'd do it. This week has felt like a week and a half at times for me, but I don't know about you, but we've made it to Friday. It is a feel-good Friday, and I'm feeling good today. Hey, Tony, good morning. Yes, we did. We made it. Happy Friday. Hopefully you have some big weekend plans ahead, whether it be a big weekend of rest, relaxation, rejuvenation, whatever it might be, or whether you're actually getting out and having some things planned, some fun stuff ahead for you. We're just happy that we made it to the weekend. We made it to the weekend. And once again, my hair is all over the place. I'm very vain. Please deal with me. It's the morning. It's amazing. I get this show on the air every single day. I swear I'm here to the last moment. I say it all the time, but it always amazes me. Like I plan these things so far in advance and I'm here scrambling to the very last moment to get this show on the air. But I'm so happy to do so because I love sharing the positivity and trying to find ways to celebrate each and every day. That's what we're here for, right? To find ways that we are going to enjoy the day, that we're going to celebrate. Of course, Friday makes it easy. We always celebrate Friday, but there's so much more fun stuff to celebrate as well each and every day. And I'm here to help bring that to you. And so we can find something that we can all enjoy on whatever it might be, a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, the weekend, whatever it might be. Well, today is a big day for celebration because it is. We'll talk about many more birthdays later on, but we need to start off right with this because it is the birthday of the GOAT. You know him. You love him. He's a treasure. Dick Van Dyke turns 99 today. Dick Van Dyke, so amazing. What a career. What a person. He's just amazing. Disney legend, of course. He's just a general human being legend. Fantastic. Guess he received a little bit of a scare just this week from the wildfires that are going through California near Malibu where he lives. Thank goodness he made it out okay. But in those wildfires, believe me, we lived in California up until just a couple of years ago, and we had to deal with those wildfires many times. And they're no joke. Those things will move in really, really quickly. And thank goodness he was able to get out and be safe. But yeah, Dick Van Dyke, 99. If you haven't seen it yet, go on to YouTube, find the new Coldplay song, All My Love, find the director's cut featuring Dick Van Dyke. Amazing. It's incredible. He at 90, when it was filmed, he was 98, now 99, still just incredible the things that he can accomplish. He's just such a treasure. That's all there is to it. He's the GOAT. He is a treasure. And that's all we need to say about that. Fantastic day and very, very happy birthday to him for sure. We'll get to, like I said, more birthdays as well as yours later on in the show, but that needed to be right off the top because he is the GOAT, 100%. What else are we talking about on this Friday the 13th? Don't be scared, everybody. It's good. It'll all be good. It is December 13th. Well, we received some Emmy nominations for the Walt Disney Company yesterday. Yes, the Children's Emmy Awards. This is only going to be the third year. I didn't realize this. I thought it had gone on for longer than that. This is only going to be the third year for the Children's and Family Emmys coming up. But the Walt Disney Company received, as it should, as it wouldn't be much of a surprise, received some great news across their brands, which is it's widespread. They received 98 Children's and Family Emmy nominations. Emmy nominations just on Disney Plus alone. Were 80 of those. Fantastic. Just shows how family friendly Disney Plus is. The leader was Percy Jackson and the Olympians, which we haven't seen yet, but we've talked about it. We need to sit down and watch it because we've heard good things about it. 16 Emmy nominations for Percy Jackson and the Olympians, a show that we really like, Monsters at Work, just because Monsters Inc. is it's tied into our family because of my wife and Michelle and I's first Disney date was going to see Monsters Inc. in the theaters. Well, that received 5 nominations. Goosebumps received 9 nominations. Star Wars Young Jedi Adventures received 4. So many more, obviously, with 98 total across the board. Just many nominations. I can't go through the whole list here because that's a long list. That is a long list, but really fantastic. The award ceremony will be on March 15th of 2025, so you can check that all out. And this was really exciting to us personally. I'm sure, I mean, not just us. I mean, we don't have much of a tie, although we kind of feel tied to this because obviously it was a big part of our lives and our show. But this was really fun news yesterday that Once Upon a Studio did receive a nomination at the for an Emmy nomination for the Children's Outstanding Short Form Animated Program, and it's so deserved. This short should have received an Oscar, in our opinion. We think that it got really short sold in that. We were really disappointed that it did not receive an Oscar. We thought for sure it was because the amazing work that Dan Abraham and Trent Corey did in putting this short together, how they had to get all these voice actors and all these artists in 2D and 3D animation and get it all together. The work behind it was crazy good. And I don't know if the people that voted on the Academy Awards realized everything that went into this short. So we were a little disappointed. I was significantly disappointed that they did not win an Oscar. But they weren't even officially went to the full nominations. They were on the short list. They didn't even get fully nominated. So the fact that they're Emmy nominated is really good. It's not an Oscar, but it is fantastic and deserved, and so happy for them. And so that's great news, and just hoping for the best because they deserve that Emmy if they get the chance. We'll see. And also it's funny timing because on last year, on this exact same week, was when we had Trent Corey and Dan Abraham on our show. Well, it was recorded before that, but this is when we released that episode. If you are new to our show and have not gone back and listened to that episode, please do. It's an amazing insight on how this short was made, including some other things they've done around the Walt Disney Company. They're great guys. They're fascinating. We didn't have to do much because they had so much to say about this short. You could tell how proud they were, how excited, how good they felt about it. Go back and listen to it. We got to sit back and just enjoy their time with them, our time with them. And it's an amazing discussion. And I hope you go back and listen to it again. This is a little bit self-serving, but I think that if you like this short, which I'm yet to see anybody who didn't like Once Upon a Studio. If you like this short, go listen because it is an amazing insight into how this was all created for sure. What else are we celebrating on this day? Well, there's always a day for something, right? There's a day for something. Well, today is a day. It's National Violin Day. So maybe you check out Mickey Mouse doing a little fiddling around or whatever. Maybe go check out the Country Bears. There's some violin in that, some fiddling in that. Lots of places you can get some Disney violin, but today is a day to celebrate the violin. Happy. Did you play the violin growing up? Maybe you did. Maybe you still play the violin. I don't know. Not me. I just wasn't talented enough to ever play an instrument. Tried a few things. Never really got very far into it, but I know there was a lot of people that really enjoyed it. Man, yeah, a great violinist will stir up all the emotions, and today is a day to specifically celebrate that. Talking about another day that we kind of like, okay, is this the right time of year to celebrate this as a national day? But I guess any time of year is a good day to celebrate ice cream. Yeah. Today is National Ice Cream Day, so enjoy your ice cream. Although I know I've seen it for most of the country. It isn't a Real Men Love Frozen Friday, and I think Elsa's been hard at work for much of the country over the last few days. But maybe a little cold, but ice cream you can enjoy at any time, I guess. Anyway, it is National Ice Cream Day, so get out and enjoy your favorite flavor, or stay in and enjoy your favorite flavor. Something that is much more appropriate for this time of year, I feel, as a national day. Well, yum, it is National Cocoa Day. That is something on a nice, cool, crisp day that you definitely will enjoy for sure. A nice cup of cocoa, nice hot chocolate. One of our favorites. Love it. And today is the day for that. It is also a day for horsing around because it is National Day of the Horse, and there are so many Disney horses that we love. I keep wanting to do this episode. We've just never found the time of it, of where we kind of just go through and rank our favorite Disney horses because they're amazing. Sometimes they're more main characters, sometimes they're bit characters, but there are so many great, great horses. Here you can see just 3 of them, but there are so many more. You've got Angus from Brave, Maximus from Tangled, Khan from Mulan. But those are just 3 of so many spectacular Disney horses, but just horses in general. We just love horses. And today's a day to celebrate them, definitely, for sure. What else are we talking about on this day in Disney history? Well, how about this? On this day in 1971, Bedknobs and Broomsticks was released in theaters, featuring, of course, David Tompkins, Angela Lansbury. It's a great, great movie. It's kind of underrated. I think people forget about this movie a little bit. I think it's come a little bit more to the forefront recently. But I mean, it's not Mary Poppins, but it is very Mary Poppins-ish. And it is not to that level, but it is very close. It did receive 5 Academy Award nominations, winning 1 for Best Visual Effects. But I mean, Angela Lansbury, who was tabbed nearly, she was at one point thought that she might be Mary Poppins. And this was kind of in that same realm. Really good. Of course, the Sherman Brothers did the music for it, so it's very Disney. If you haven't seen it, or if you haven't seen it in a long time, go check it out. I think I said David Tompkins. It's David Tomlinson. I don't know where my brain is on any given morning. David Tomlinson. Go check this movie out. It is so good. It is so good. David Tomlinson, of course, from Mary Poppins as well. Again, this feels very Mary Poppins. Go see it. Check it out. It is on Disney Plus. You can find it, and I think you'll enjoy it. If you love Mary Poppins, I think you'll like Bedknobs and Broomsticks if you've never seen it. So go check it out for sure. For sure. Also, on this day in just a few years ago, 2021, Spider-Man No Way Home had its premiere in Hollywood. Yeah. Did you like this movie? One of the better, more recent Marvel movies, that's for sure. Smash at the box office. So many interesting storylines revolved around it. So many interesting storylines that may still come into play in the Marvel universe. There are going to be more Spider-Man movies made. Spider-Man will also play a part in some of the Avengers movies coming up, but was a smash hit at the box office. Such a great movie. Really love it. As all the Spider-Man movies are, they are a Sony release tied into the MCU within Disney. Officially, it's a Sony movie, but it is also a Disney movie. We'll see how long Spider-Man continues to be with Sony, because they continue outside of these movies that Disney is doing with them. They still have some issues, as we've seen. I don't know if you've seen what has happened with Kraven the Hunter this week, but not good. But this is a great, great film. And it's another one that we will rewatch regularly. What else are we talking about on this day? Well, this is interesting. On this day in 1961, the Beatles signed with their manager, Brian Epstein, and that is when their career took off. Brian Epstein he is kind of known as the 5th Beatle, because he is the guy that kind of shaped their career, got them to where they were. Obviously, they have incredible talent, incredible musicians, amazing songwriters, singers. But Brian Epstein kind of shaped it and got them out there and took them to the next level. And you could tell if you've seen Get Back, the documentary on when the Beatles were doing their last kind of recording sessions together. And Brian Epstein had passed away in an untimely manner, unfortunately. You could see where him not being there, kind of his influence, really affected them, and that it's a big reason why it wasn't long after that the Beatles broke up. But yeah, this is the day that Beatles signed with him, and again, everything else was in the rearview mirror. They just took off like a shot, for sure. Also on this day in 1989, a great film, Morgan Freeman, Jessica Tandy, Driving Miss Daisy. Have you seen this movie? It is a really, really good movie. Really, really heartwarming movie about an elderly lady who, wants to very much wants to do her own thing, be her own thing, wants to drive herself, and that ends up, getting into an accident. And so she's assigned to have a driver, and that driver ends up being Morgan Freeman. And, she's against it to begin with, but then also, there's the race issue involved in this. But they've begun to understand one another and become the best of friends. This movie addresses racism, addresses anti-Semitism as well. Really, really heartwarming story when it's all said and done. Won the Best Picture that year. Jessica Tandy won Best Actress. Just a great, great film. Another film, if you've never seen, you really should, because it is really, really good. And it hits on some important issues for sure. What else are we talking about? Well, if it is your birthday, happy birthday to you today. You celebrated with some amazing people. We've already talked about the GOAT, Dick Van Dyke. Well, all these people here, pretty darn good in their own right, that's for sure. How about Christopher Plummer? He would have been 95 today, born on this day in 1929. We lost him back just a few years ago, 2021, of course, from The Sound of Music. He was Charles Muntz in Pixar's Up. So that, just that recently he's done some stuff, but such a great career, so many fantastic things. Christopher Plummer would have been 95 today. How about Steve Buscemi? Another guy who's from Pixar, done some things with Pixar. He was Randall in, of course, Monsters, Inc. But again, a wide-spanning career doing so many great roles. Just a great, great actor for sure. He turned 67 today, born on this day in 1957. Great comedian, actor, even a singer. Jamie Foxx turns 57 today, born on this day in 1967. Started with In Living Color. Won the Academy Award for Ray, where he was basically just took over the body of Ray Charles. He was so good in that. Just done so many things over his career. So great. And I don't think there's any question, the biggest pop star in the world right now, arguably the biggest star in the world right now, Taylor Swift. Born on this day, 1989, like the album. She turns 35 today, just finished off her Eras tour, which just smashed records, crazy, crazy numbers. Such a huge fan following, and she is a fantastic performer. No question about it. Happy birthday to her. Happy birthday to all of them. And again, if it's your birthday, a very, very happy birthday to you. All right, gonna get out of here on this Friday. Lots to accomplish today as we head onwards towards the weekend. We are getting set. We are heading out to the Walt Disney World Resort tomorrow morning. We're going to be out there tomorrow, Sunday, heading back early Monday morning. Trying to get Scott into the candlelight processional. He seems very excited about it. We're hoping it's going to go through this weekend, but we're going to go out there and experience a lot of the festival, the holiday stuff. I have not been out to the Walt Disney World Resort, as close as we are to it, since the holiday stuff kind of began. So it's really crazy to think about that. It's going to take this long for me to get out there. Michelle and Scott have had their chance to get out there. I've not been out there since kind of all the holiday stuff again. So we're very excited to get out there and check all that out. Check out all the festival holidays, foods, all the decorations. Wonderful. It's going to be a lot of fun. We'll be telling you all about it on next week's episode. This week's episode, we've already started to record, and it is also a very holiday episode. We've done some more at-length episodes recently. This one's just going to be a bit of fun. We expect it to not be too long an episode. It's not going to be an hour and a half like some of our recent episodes, probably closer to an hour total. We've already recorded a portion of it last night. We're recording a portion of it tonight, and it'll be out for you on Sunday. It's going to be, the main topic anyway, is going to be all about holiday overlays at Disney parks. Like, what would we like to see? Some attractions that maybe a fun holiday overlay would be. We are going to have some fun with that. Michelle and I pick out 3 attractions each that we think, hey, this is something you could do, giving some work to the Imagineers, because they don't have enough work. We're going to be giving some work to them as to what they could do in the years going forward to add that little extra holiday touch to some of our favorite attractions. So I hope you'll come along and listen and have some fun with that. Also go back and listen to last week's Moana episode. So much fun as well. And by the way, we're still recording tonight. If you have any ideas for some holiday overlays for some attractions that you'd like to see, please share them with us before we record tonight, and we will put those on the air as well. Yes, absolutely, 100%. All right, everybody, out of here. Everybody, have a fantastic Friday. You got this. We're going to get through it, and it'll be the weekend. We're already there. We're already there. So, everybody, please remember, as always, share some kindness, share some smiles, and always share some positivity. I'll be back tomorrow morning. I think it's going to be at 8 a.m., but we're still trying to figure out when we're going to leave to get out the Walt Disney World Resort. It may be earlier. So if I am earlier tomorrow, it's not my mistake this time. It's not me messing up the clock this time. It'll just be because I want to get a show on the air before we head out and get to the Walt Disney World Resort. So again, I will see you tomorrow at whatever time, maybe 8 a.m., maybe a little bit earlier. But until that time, everybody, have a magical day. See ya.